Pepe Bush Camp builders are the forerunners in eco-friendly building concepts. If you don't know what that means, you are definitely in the right place. Today on My Properties with your favorite host, Aina Kweyo, we find out what exactly that means, what work Pepe Construction is doing, and how we can benefit from that. They've constructed some of the most beautiful lodges in this country, such as Shipwreck Lodge and also Onkoshi. What else can you ask for? Let's find out more right here on My Properties. Let's get into some property news for today. The residents of Sky Phase 3 location in Angwadiva witnessed the inauguration of an electrical reticulation project to the value of 4.1 million Namibian dollars. The project started in August 2023 and was completed on 12 December. A total of 151 airmen have been provided with electrical reticulation ready to be connected. In July, Sky Phase 1 and Extension 15 were inaugurated with 2 sewer projects and 620 airmen were expected to be connected. 98% of airmen have been connected to the sewerage system. Ogwediva Mayor Tara Shajefu said council's efforts to ensure that they deliver on their mandate in pursuit of the collective vision to be a leading town which promotes sustainable economic development. Council, as a custodian of service provision, is encouraged to continue providing basic amenities to the residents without hesitation or doubt that such services shall be used as intended. He noted the mayor assured residents that with the limited resources at hand, Sky Phase 3 would soon be elevated to a fully serviced location in the town. Shajefu highlighted that as council, they still have a few projects currently underway. While some are in the procurement process, we are looking forward to completing and handing over these projects to the end users in various parts of Ongwediva during the financial year of 2023-2024, he continued. He thus pleaded with the residents to exercise patience when it might seem that things are dragging to reach their areas. One of the beneficiaries of the project, Philip Kayambo, expressed happiness as they have been without electricity for several years now. I want to thank the town council because we were at risk of crimes. Now our street lights are on and we can see what is happening around us, he smiled. We will be right back with more My.na Property. Stay with us. Right now, I am joined by a man with a great Italian accent. His name is Pepe, and guess what? He is the owner of Pepe Constructions. Thank you very much for joining us on Properties. It's such an honor to finally hear, an Italian accent in real life. So your name is Pepe.
My nickname is Pepe. Everybody know me like Pepe, also it's fine. Let me call me Pepe.
So is this why then you decided to name your company Pepe Constructions?
Exactly why a lot of people know me by Pepe, and I think was the good thing to call the company Pepe Construction.
Yeah. So you've traveled across Africa, across the world. You came from Italy, but why was it important for you to settle down in Namibia and start doing business here?
Okay, Namibia is a wonderful country, first of all, and it's a lot of opportunity for business, especially for carpentry work, for decking, for lodges. It's a big opportunity. Although I come here to be a tour guide, but when I reach some age, I decided to be a tour guide. I cannot be all my life, and I go back to my first profession to be a carpenter.
All right. Speaking of carpentry, Pepe Construction does woodwork for lodges. Tell us about, in greater details, what Pepe Construction is all about.
Okay, Pepe Construction is, you have a small name as well, and it's Pepe Bush Camp Builder.
Okay.
The passion for me is to stay in the bush, to live in the bush, to create something what is more or less impossible to create.
Yeah.
Behind our head we have Shipwreck Lodge. I was the person started to talk about pit deployed.
Okay.
The person who have the concession for Skeleton Coast, and after we put together a team, and with the team and the guide of the architect Nina Maris, we built Skeleton Coast Lodge.
That's amazing. Isn't the bush hot in Namibia?
It's hot, but the day is long, and what you like, it's no problem. It's dry, it's no problem. I get the chance to drive all over Namibia, from Caprivi to Skeleton Coast to Kaokoland to Deep South.
I love that. Tell us about On Deck. I understand that you are the biggest distributor and the Namibian distributor of On Deck. What is that, and how can it be used?
Okay. I am a carpenter, born in wood and in sawdust, although I love wood. But when I come to Namibia, I see the difficulty to maintain wood. You know, you have a nice deck, a nice wooden deck, Seligna, Balao, Masarunduba. All the deck you can nominate is beautiful, but they need a lot of maintenance. If people have a nice deck, in the weekend they want to watch rugby, they don't want to maintain his own deck. So for that, I start with a friend in South Africa to import composite deck from America. Composite deck, it means compost. It make for many elements. The biggest element is the plastic, recycling plastic, and the recycling sawdust wood. Select the sawdust the way with the rain we get quinine. It's a little detail, but select the sawdust, but it's everything. 95% of the product is recycling. Right. Only the 5% is the color. It cannot be recycled. Also, the color, the 5% is what you have to put in. All the rest is recycling. Composite is that mixing together. 60%, 65% of wood, and the rest is plastic. 30% of recycling plastic, and 5% of color.
This composite deck that you talk about, is there a warranty to it? How long does it last?
We have different products. They say the top of the range is American product, the company called Moisture Shield, and you can have 10-year of warranty, even in the ass of Namibia. I installed this deck for more than 10 years, and on the deck, I never have problem until now. From day one, I still have the same cell phone number. Nobody changed.
Okay.
You know, if you are scared, you have not a good product, you change your cell phone number.
All right, we are, sitting behind, one of your best work. What other big projects have you worked on in Namibia? Name us a few lodges that you were part of.
Okay, the biggest challenger was Skeleton Coast Lodge. For the location, is 800 kilometers from Windhoek. Most of the road is on sand. You need only 4x4 to go there. There's no way. On top of that, very, very high restriction is inside National Park. Also, we must respect any bushes, any animal, whatever. Was lion walking around when we was working there. Was elephant walking around when we was working there. Everything was amazing. We start the lodge in beginning of November, and we give the key the 3rd of June, 7 months later. This was a big channel, but the other lodge, very nice, I built, was in Sonop. Sonop is in the road 707 in the south, the most scenic road on the dune from Beta to go to Aus, to go to Luderitz.
I've never been there, but I'm definitely going to, check out your work.
And this lodge is for Zanier, it's a Belgium company, and it's built in top of a lot of builders, granite builders. Also the challenger was to build in between rock, try the way to fix all the feet of the room on the rock, the walkway where the guests walk to go to each and every room. Please, it's a little golf car way to come on top to go to the restaurant and the reception. And you come with your car or with the lodge car. They drop you in one position. There is your waitress or your manager. He pick you up on the golf car. He drive you on this driveway on the reception, and after there is the beautiful view of the desert in one side. You can see the Namib dune one side, and the little bit farming on the other side.
Oh wow, that is beautiful. I definitely will go check that out. Please tell us about Moisture Field. What is that, and how are you involved with it?
Moisture Shield is American company, one of the biggest American company produce composite decking. It's a nice story behind all this. Me and my friend Warren, we was in America, in Las Vegas. It's a big show to present new product and any technology on the construction. It's one of the bigger in the world. And we visit this show and we find the product. We find Moisture Shield and we say, we want to import your product in Southern Africa. And this client in America, they are big. And they say, how many containers per month? Oh, wow. And we say, sorry, we just start this. We want to import maybe 1 or 2 containers per year. Yeah. And they say, no, sorry, we are not interested in your business. Oh. But when I say I am from Namibia, the director of the factory is saying to me, but Namibia, you have this big kudu, this big animal with the big horn? Yes. Yes, it's beautiful, it's fantastic. And he said to me, it's possible to hunt this animal. I say, if you right permit, right professional hunter in the right farm, you can hunt. He said, okay, now we can talk business. And thanks to the kudu, we bring the client, this director of the factory to South Africa, to Namibia. We make him have his kudu, and we start to talk business. And now there is 9 years we import Moisture Shield to Southern Africa and Namibia.
Wow, that's a beautiful story. I cannot live without asking you this question. What is your favorite lodge that you have built, and what lodge would you recommend to all our viewers who want to, travel Namibia?
Okay, if you like diversity, contrast, Shipwreck Lodge is the best. Right. Skeleton Coast is only one in the world, I believe.
And it's only in Namibia.
It's only in Namibia. Skeleton Coast is the best lodge you can visit. It's one of the best. There is a lot. I love Sierra Cafema. Sierra Cafema is in the border with Kunene. One side is the lodge, the other side is Kunene. You can fish carp. It's very nice. Wow. There is a lot. I build on Koshi, inside the Toshi. Wow. Inside the Toshi, I build on Koshi. The year we built on Koshi, the pen was full of water. We experienced something. The pen, you have the tide, high tide, low tide, and we say, why the water go up and down? Until we do some research in internet, and it's the moon, full moon, the same of the sea. After 6 hours, the moon come and the tide come in, and the tide go out when the moon goes in. Oh, wow. Even in the insides of Etosha Pan.
Mr. Pepe, thank you very much for joining us on My Properties.
Welcome to My.na Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.na Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Gracing my presence now is the beautiful wife of Pepe. Her name is Jaqui. Thank you so much for, taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk to us here on My Properties. Now, there's a saying that says, behind every successful man is a strong woman, right? Please talk to us about the dynamics of working with your husband.
Well, my background is hospitality.
Okay.
So I met Pepe through the hospitality. And, you know, as you've spoken earlier with him, his English is a little bit on the rough side. So
It's
what
an
I
Italian
do,
accent.
exactly. So I basically am his, what do they call it? The handbag that goes around where everywhere he goes, answers the telephone, write WhatsApps, messages, do the paperwork for him. And that's basically my job.
Basically, you're the administrator.
Yes, the assistant. I do the marketing and is responsible for house finder.
Okay.
So yeah, and the best thing is I don't work for a salary.
That's the
I get the
Love
opportunity
that.
to travel through the whole of Namibia with him.
All right, what is your favorite place that you've traveled with your husband?
Caprivi.
Caprivi.
Yeah.
What lodge particularly?
We were busy building a hunting farm, basically, and it was very interesting because from nothing where there was only bush, slowly but surely, as the first decking started being pitched up, you could see there's movement. You know, there's a lot of elephants around that area, so they're very curious animals as well. So they were always coming around to see what we are busy doing. And it was a nice project because we involved the community as well because of the thatch roofs that we've put up. So everybody in the Caprivi knew if the Land Cruiser came, there was Mr. Pepe. So I was considered also Mr. Pepe.
Love that. Tell me something. Is it true when they say that the wife becomes the Minister of Finance? Are you the Minister of Finance?
Well,
For Pepe Construction or for Pepe himself?
well, a little bit, yeah. So, you know, when we start with the building of the construction, there is a lot of little details that needs to be worked out.
Yeah.
Like how many screws, how many decking, how much grass we need. So it does become a little more financial.
Yeah.
So the finer details is always where because he's very passionate about the building, he starts losing contrast on what the finances is all about. And we always have to work in a budget that the client has. So I just help to tune it a little bit. Let's call it that. I'm the mechanic.
Love that. So, you know, you spoke a little bit about, you know, that you do the marketing work for Pepe Construction. What are your modes of marketing? What do you use? Do you use social media? Do you advertise, print, television? What do you use to, you know, get the brand visibility?
We actually, there's a lot of word to mouth advertising because we deal a lot with our clients and we're personally hands-on. And then there's, of course, the house finder that we use, and then social media, Facebook and Instagram.
All right.
Yeah.
What are your social media handles?
Well, oops, now that is a good question.
Construction.
Pepe Construction.
I know that because I was talking to you earlier before I came here. I checked out your Instagram page.
Yeah.
So that's accurate.
Yeah.
So did you then study marketing, or how did you grow to love marketing so much?
Well, I didn't study marketing. It was basically just the passion that started once we started building.
Yeah.
So it's nice to show the people how it started, because like Shipwreck Lodge, we went camping before we actually found the spot where we wanted to do it. And it was very interesting because we had the hyenas coming around. We were in the tents. We had our Holzmeister. He was literally sleeping in his sleeping bag outside. And the next morning you could see the track marks of the hyena. So that is an interesting story behind the building of the Shipwreck Lodge.
All right. Seeing that you love to travel and you've traveled with your husband, are you maybe very picky when you visit other people's lodges that Pepe Construction did not construct?
Okay, I'll be very honest. I am a little bit picky.
I knew it. I could sense that.
Because we look at the craftsmanship, and you can easily see where someone took a shortcut. And it made me more obvious of the places where I go to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is a little bit tricky. And the fact is that we were looking for a house.
Yeah.
And we could not find anything that was suitable for our liking.
Yeah.
Because we went through a lot of places. And with every single place, there was this, oh, those bricks are not nicely done.
Yes.
The floor is not nicely done.
The process, you know how it's done. That's what you're thinking.
So at the end of the day, we decided, okay, fine, we built ourselves. So now we've got his handiwork, basically to show what he can do. And that is every day we sit there and we enjoy it because it's our freedom, it's our space, quiet space. Us with the 3 cats.
Yeah.
So that's it. All the kids are out of the house. So
you know, when I make enough money to buy my own house, I'm gonna come here and get the 2 of you so you can help me pick a nice place for myself. Miss Jaqui, thank you so much for, you know, this interview. This conversation was so great. I had such a light-hearted moment with you. Absolutely love. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Good evening, Risa.
Hi, Lamry. How are you?
I'm good. How was your week?
Good.
I've seen you've been jy het bietjie fiets gery.
I have been. I've got a couple of falls and scars. And I'm not a very good mountain biker. I'm a better lawyer than a mountain biker.
And I don't believe that. I think you're good in both.
Thank you.
Risa, the question that I want to ask this week, it's also one of our viewers that requested the question. And I would also like to know the answer. I am the owner of a Namibian property, but I do not live here. How can I go about to sell without having to travel here?
Yeah, well, you've got the best questions. So in our market, if you, like I explained in one of our previous sessions, is that you can own Namibian property and you can live abroad. You can be a German guy and you've just bought like a house in Swakopmund and now you want to sell it, but you don't want to travel here because the travel expenses is obviously very high. So what you can do is to nominate somebody here by way of a special power of attorney, which we draft then to say that somebody, whether it's your cousin or you, a friend or a trusted person on this side, can act on your behalf and they can sign documents here. So you only sign one document which you can either register earlier on, or you can, when you're here and the transfer document, say for example, isn't ready, then you sign that one document. Or you just give, you know, some power of attorney to somebody here to sign your documents. We do need the original here, but I mean, that can be signed and couriered here. It's not that you need to travel. And then the other person on this side, they can sign all transfer documents on your behalf. You can also register a general power of attorney, and that's also something in the market which we see now so much more. If your mother, for example, is very ill and you realize that, you know, within, say, 10 years or in the next 10 years, she might not have the capacity to sign certain documents, then she can give you power of attorney, which we register at the deeds office, and you're able to sign documents, anything on her behalf. So then you do not need to, you know, burden your mom with certain documents. And the same goes for somebody that's living abroad. You can always appoint, as long as it's a trusted person, to say, manage my affairs here, we're registering a general power of attorney, and you've got the capacity to sign on his or her behalf. Yeah, so it's not difficult. It can be done. You don't need to feel, if you're living abroad, then I need to travel here to sell my property. You definitely don't need to do that.
Travel up and down. Or
Not at all. We can manage it from here for you.
Yeah.
We've got means and ways nowadays of doing things.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So viewer, I hope that answered your question. And if you have any more questions, you can just give Risa Dreyer a call at Veda Kauta Nuveka.
Yes, I think I did give myself a number on a previous
You
segment.
can give it
but
again if you
I
want
can,
to.
Yeah, I can give you the office number, which is 27550, and that's really easy to remember. So give our office a call. If I'm not in the office, then there's always somebody to assist you.
Or for more information, they can
Log
also
onto our
visit your
website,
website,
yes, definitely.
www.
Yeah, or send an email, you'll get all the contact.
wkh.com.na?
Yes, .na.
Yeah.
No, .law.com.
Law.com.
Yes, you should know it by now.
Just repeat it.
WKH, pepe-law.com.
That's correct.
Yes.
So Risa, thank you so much for
Thank you,
this
Lamini.
Tuesday's information.
It has been a
and
pleasure
topic.
dealing with you.
And I hope I see you again next week.
You will.
And if I don't,
Then you'll see me next year.
you must have a blessed 2020.
Thank you, lovely.
Viewers, thank you for watching, and we see you next week.
And
Bye-bye.
goodbye.
We came, we saw, and we conquered. This has been our experience at Pepe Constructions. Now, Pepe Construction has done some amazing work in this country. If you would like to visit any of the lodges that they have built, please do visit their website, their Twitter and Facebook pages to find out what exactly those lodges are. I am your host, My.na, and this has been your favorite show, Properties, which is more than just a building.